GOP Senator Kelly Loeffler, who lost her re-election bid, dropped her plans to object to President-elect Joe Biden's electoral victory. She had this message for the president, who she fiercely supported.
Mr. President, when I arrived in Washington this morning, I fully intended to object to the certification of the electoral votes. However, the events that have transpired today have forced me to reconsider, and I cannot now in good conscience object to the certification of these electors.
Loeffler called the violence and lawlessness a direct attack on the institution that she had hoped to protect. There is a group of Trump supporters, though, from Metro Atlanta who were in Washington, D.C. today as those protests turn into riots.
CBS 46's Zach Summers live in Atlanta with their account of the events and how locals are also reacting. Zach.
Yeah, those supporters that were in D.C. tell me what we saw play out at the Capitol was a result of the president's base, quote, being fed up. Meanwhile, here at home, people watched in disbelief.
It's just so extreme today.
Glued to their cell phones.
It's so crazy.
Even at dinner.
The actions, the violence.
Adrienne Yee and her sister couldn't turn away from news coverage of what some have described as an attempted coup in our nation's capital on Wednesday.
You're disrupting an electoral college process that was happening today. So in a sense, you're violating the Constitution.
It got a little crazy.
Danny Hamilton was in D.C. with around 80 Trump supporters from Metro Atlanta. They were there rallying because they believe President Trump was robbed in the general election. Once at the Capitol, Trump supporters clashed with police before storming the building, forcing members of Congress to seek shelter before eventually being evacuated.
I've seen a lot worse with Antifa and a lot of other Black Lives Matter destroying things. Today was minor compared to a lot of that.
Everybody stay down, get down.
That's not how Yee and her sister see it.
They're fighting the police.
They agree all Americans have a right to protest, but not an unlawful siege of government.
I think America has a lot to go through in order to, settle differences and feelings.
Hamilton and the group of Trump supporters he went to D.C. with are expected to be back in Metro Atlanta tomorrow. Live in Atlanta, Zach Summers, CBS 46 News.